Hello and welcome to 3 Minute Gaming. I'm Nathan. Time to take this game's with your time and bandwidth. Today's game is Luck Be a Landlord. It's time for a slot machine roguelike where you're basically trying to pay the rent to an evil landlord. Is this slot simulator worth checking out? Luck Be a Landlord is available on PC only, and it has an MSRP of $10. And it took me about 2 to 3 hours to get through it the first time, but I kept replaying it because every time you beat it, it adds a new difficulty mode and has a bunch of mods. So what exactly is Luck Be a Landlord? Well, it's a slot machine roguelike where your goal is to earn enough cash to pay off an ever-increasing rent set by your evil landlord. Thank God that doesn't happen in real life, right? Gameplay is extremely simple. Each round you spend 1 coin to spin the machine, and then are given a payout based on which symbols show up and their locations. More on that in a sec. After which you are given a choice to add 1 symbol to the available ones on the machine. These symbols have a variety of different abilities, from boring ones that just give a flat payout, to ones that give money when removed, all the way to ones that do all sorts of crazy stuff and combo with each other. For example, you might find a digging miner who, if he's next to any geodes, will smash them open for a payout, which would then synergize well with a mine that every spin spits out a geode. As you break a geode and the gems come out, those will also synergize with a gem enthusiast, who if they're next to the gems, destroys them but adds a permanent payout. Knowing when to take and when to pass on slot objects is a core element of the game, but also are passives. After you pay off your landlord, you're given a free passive which can be both basic but also strong enough to encourage different types of builds. As you can imagine, there is a lot of RNG in this game as you are playing a slot machine. You have some ways to try and beat the house, such as manually destroying slot objects, re-rolling her the choices, and of course you can always pass on a choice if you don't want it. There's balance to be found in both gumming up the board with stuff and keeping it light for synergies, leading to a ton of strategy. After you win, you unlock harder modes of each run that have harder cash requirements. And you can also mod the game with a ton of great additions via the Steam Workshop if it just isn't spicy enough for you. And that's basically it, a slot machine roguelite with the emphasis on generating combos to break the RNG so that you can pay your rent lest your gambling addiction lands you living in a cardboard box. So what do I like about Luck Be a Landlord? Well, this game is unbelievably addicting, which makes sense since it's, a slot machine, but with the runs being very quick and high levels of feedback and interaction, each spin lead to that one more round thing. Additionally, this game has a bajillion combos, tons to learn and discover, as well as mixing up builds on the fly. I kept trying to find new things to check out. And lastly, the mods for this game are really fantastic, with additions of even more objects, variations, upgrades, and stuff like that keep the game fresh. When it comes to the bad, because of the high number of slot options, the game ends up being really reliant on RNG more so than you think, as a lot of times the game won't offer things you need to make your ideal combo. I know that sounds stupid because it's a slot machine game, but still. Additionally, the gameplay doesn't mix up much between runs aside harder cash requirements, which means what you see is what you get. And lastly, the game is short and simple if you're just here to beat games and move on, meaning the price tag might seem high for what it is. As you know, our games here on a 3-point scale, must play, maybe consider, don't bother. I really loved Luck Be a Landlord, and I think you should check it out as a must play. It's about as addicting as an actual slot machine, though maybe more so because of its satisfying combos and synergies you can pull off. Also don't have to put real money in every time. Though the game is ultimately simple and some RNG can frustrate good runs, this game is still very fun and very addicting. It just makes me wish that it was on mobile so I could pay my evil landlord on the toilet like he deserves. That's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. If you played Luck Be a Landlord, do you play slot machines? Let me know in the comments, but regardless, go out there and check it out.